Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Exploring Photography right here on Adorama TV. I'm Mark Wallace and I'm in a pretty amazing studio. In fact, it's pretty much the only studio that was available in Buenos Aires because of this crazy time we're living in. So I hope you'll forgive the echo. There's really nothing we could do about it because of the situation we're in, but we are committed to create no matter what. And that's what we're going to do today. In this episode, I'm going to show you how you can use one light with one simple light modifier to create 3 different looks. So I've got a fantastic model. Her name is Juana. She is right over there. We want to keep our social distancing intact, and so we are not going to get very close to each other during this video. We figured out some creative ways to demonstrate things and to do our metering because we want to be responsible. Well, the light meter, or the light shaping tool that we're going to be using is this. This is a Profoto 2-foot Octabox. We've got a Profoto B2. I've got my Leica M10, a 50mm lens. But the truth is, you can do this with anything. This just happens to be my gear that I have with me. You could do this with a speed light, you could do this with a studio strobe, you could even do this with natural light. The point of this video is to create no matter what. Get in somewhere, keep your social distancing, but try to create some interesting looks. And that's what we're gonna do. So the very first thing we're gonna do is we are going to be shooting on this white wall. So let's get to it right now. Social distancing is very important at these times, and so let me tell you how I'm metering. And so Juana is going to be running the light meter. So okay, she'll put that, and she knows where to do that. She will push the button. Then I can push my remote, trigger the flash. That's going to tell me what the meter reading is. I can see it from here. It's 5.6. If that's what I want, fine. If I want to increase or decrease my power, I can do that remotely. Once everything is dialed in, then listo. I'll just tell Juana that we're ready. She'll put that on a chair and then we can shoot, and we make sure that we keep a safe distance because that's really important. We are going to begin with this really awesome white wall, and again, one single light with a softbox, actually an octabox. And so for a situation like this, we can really change the look by changing the location of the light. Because we have a white wall back here, that shadow is really going to show up coming from our light. And so I have my camera right here. This is really where I'm going to be shooting. And then what I'll do is I'll change the location of the light to right above the camera, which is on axis. We'll maybe move it over to the side over here. And what that'll do is that'll give us a bigger shadow for more contrast. Maybe we can start shooting in black and white or desaturate things. We'll move this closer, farther away, just by moving our light and not changing the model's location or the background. We're going to get a lot of different looks. These look really good, but they're sort of simple. And so what I want to do is I want to add some contrast by just moving this light. And so I'm going to move it right about here, something like this. I'm just doing this sort of by eye. Now the problem is we're going to get a lot of shadows here, and because I moved this, I need to change my metering. 6.7. Okay, so we about 1/3 of a stop difference. Okay, listo. And now, so what we're going to do is we're going to shoot this, and I'll shoot it in the same location that I was, and then I'm going to move around and see what that does. Okay, listo? All right. So I moved that light to the side, and you can see from the photos that we're getting a lot more contrast, but we get a lot more shadows, and I think on this white wall, it just doesn't work out as well. So what I'm doing here is the light is on axis. Let me show you. This is my lens right here. The light is going to be right above that, and what that does is it keeps the shadows from really showing up. And so when I shoot this, I'm going to be right directly underneath this light modifier here, this umbrella. And you'll see when I shoot that, the shadows disappear. And so that's the difference that this makes, just putting it on axis, a little bit off axis, or way off axis. the look is much, much different. The problem with the on-axis light is my light stand, so I've switched this out. Luckily, we had a boom stand in the studio that I could use, and so now this is out of the way of the camera. I can shoot underneath here without having a stand in the middle of my shot. I found this really cool nook over here. We've got some old grimy windows with light streaming in. However, the light is on the north side of the building. These windows are on the south side of the building, so the light is not super, super bright. And that's good news, because what I'd like to do in this scenario is to shoot with a really shallow depth of field, meaning my aperture is wide open. And so I'm gonna see what I can get here. So I have my aperture at 1.4 with a 50mm lens, and my shutter speed is set to my camera's sync speed, which is 180th of a second. So we're gonna take this first picture. Now for these, because the wall is sort of nasty below the windows, I'm gonna have to try to get close to really tighten the frame so we don't see a lot of this. So we're gonna shoot first with no flash, just so we can see what it looks like. And so I'm gonna focus this up really fast, take a shot. Okay, you can see clearly that Juana is underexposed, but that's okay. We can also see some really nice highlights on her cheek, and the background is out of focus. That's what we want. Now what we need to do is I can turn on my flash remotely. Let me make sure that's firing, and it is. And then we're gonna meter this. So I need my flash to balance with the ambient light. Remember, the ambient light, I'm shooting at 1.4, so this flash needs to meter at 1.4 for everything to balance. So, okay, so Juana is gonna meter that for me. I am triggering that, and it meters right at 1.4 because we set the power beforehand. So let me just take a shot now with our flash on. Beautiful. I'm gonna try to get as close as I can without breaking our social distancing rules, because I don't want to show all the nasty wall underneath. And man, these are some really gorgeous portraits. The cool thing though is we have this neat chair, we've got this wall, we've got some stuff that we can play with. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep it simple, one light, open aperture, shallow depth of field. Let's see what we get. This setup is sort of counterintuitive. We've been shooting with this small Octabox, trying to get that on axis and off axis, but let me just show you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take this Octabox and we're gonna get rid of it. So that's off the camera. And what you can see back here is this is a really shiny background. It's reflecting tons of light. And so what we can do is, Juana, aquí por favor. Juana's gonna get in her spot, and you can see that now she is on axis with this light, and if my camera is on axis, we're gonna get sort of a ring flash glamoury effect, which means it's very forgiving. We can just shoot and have all kinds of fun. So we've already metered this at f8. I'm gonna start shooting, and I'll show you what we get. We had a blast. We just used a 2-foot Octabox. Juana was a fantastic model. We even were able to get rid of that softbox and just use a Profoto head with no modifier attached. But that's sort of the point. Get into your home studio, into your garage, wherever you are, and create no matter what. Try one single light modifier, try shooting against a white wall, try some backlit stuff. It doesn't matter. Mix it up and see exactly what you could get. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Exploring Photography. Don't forget to subscribe to Adorama TV. It's absolutely free. Click on the bell so you get notifications. And also, check me out on Instagram. I've also linked to Juana's Instagram in the description of this video so you can see all the great stuff that she is creating as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.